Hello everybody and welcome to yet another video about Introduction to Phonetics. In this video we will be talking about vowels. If you remember last time we talked about consonants and how we define consonants, how we make consonants, and we talked about the different consonant sounds across languages. Today we're going to talk about vowels, and which are kind of harder to describe, and we'll see why. So basically, vowels are sounds that are produced without any air constriction in the vocal tract. Remember, like when we talked about consonants, we said that consonants are produced by constricting the air, blocking the air along the vocal tract as we're breathing or speaking. Vowels do not involve that procedure. Like we don't obstruct, we don't block any air in the vocal tract. So basically, these are sounds that are produced with no obstruction of the airstream in the vocal tract. The cavity is employed. Of course, we're going to use the cavities like the oral cavity, the nasal cavity, the pharyngeal cavity, since the air has to go through these cavities. Vowels are affected by the position of the tongue and the lips. Now, the tongue and the lips are the main parts of the vocal tract that we use when we make vowels. Look at these two words, to versus t. Now look at oo, e. Now when we make these two vowel sounds, we're basically not, the tongue is not touching anything, the lips are not touching anything, nothing, no air is being blocked, but the position of the tongue and the position of the lips, they determine the vowel sound that we're making. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, vowels are more difficult to describe since we can't really tell what the tongue is touching. I mean, like when we describe the sound t, I can describe it the way I say it. I say, okay, I put my tongue behind my teeth on the ridge, block the air, and then release it. Now we have the sound t. But if I say the vowel e, basically my tongue is not touching anything, right? So it's hard to define it, but I should just pay attention to the position of my tongue inside the mouth. That's how I define the vowel that I'm trying to define. So we basically define them in terms of lip rounding, whether the lip is rounded or not. For example, when I say the sound e, now look at my lips, see? Flat. But when I say ooh, ooh, the lips are round. So this is how I actually, or how we define vowels and differentiate between one vowel and another. And also the position of the tongue. Like if you say the vowel e and o. Now, if you pay close attention, you will notice that with e, your tongue is kind of to the front, but with u, your tongue goes back to the end. So the end side of the tongue is involved in the u. The front is involved in the e. This is the English. This is only specific to English. So this is the English vowels. Now, in this chart, look, this is the tongue. Imagine that this is the tongue and you're looking at the tongue sideways. So this is the front, back, central, and this is the tongue if it's high, very close to the palate. This is if it's low, or like going all the way to the lower jaw. So this is the e sound. This is the oo. So like when we say the e, the tongue is high and it's front. When I say the oo, the tongue is high and it's back. So this is the e, oo. This is the a. This is the a, e. This is the schwa, which is the weakest vowel in all languages ever. This is the and this is the o, and we said that this is the o. So these are only for English. These are all the English vowels. We have three other vowels. These are diphthongs. We're going to be talking about them, of course. Now, vowels are produced in the oral or nasal cavities. So basically, English doesn't have nasal vowels, but sometimes in certain environments, the vowel becomes nasalized. So raised or lowered velum. Like if you say the word seed, now seed, The E vowel is an oral vowel, but look at the word seem. Now remember the sound, it's a consonant and it's nasal basically because when we say or make this sound, the air escapes through the nose. Now, when we have a vowel before any nasal in English, the vowel kind of becomes nasalized, and that's because of the effect of the nasal sound after it. So we're basically lowering the velum, letting air continues out of the nose so that we can start and prepare ourselves to say the sound. So seem, see, like there's some nasalization in it. Some air is going out of the nose when I say seem. So I kind of lower the velum as along with saying the E vowel, preparing myself to say the sound. But with seed, there is no nasalization because t is not a nasal sound. So as I said, French, for example, most of the vowels of the French language are nasalized without having to be close to a nasal sound in a word. Simply because French is different, they can have nasalized vowels without nasalized consonants next to them. So the position of the tongue, whether it's high or low, the advancement of the tongue, as I said, whether it's front, back, or central, the rounding of the lip, rounded or unrounded. So that's how we define vowels. Also, another thing that we can use in defining vowels, we have two kinds of vowels, tense and lax, kind of strong and weak vowels. So tense, they are more tension and constriction in the vocal tract, and they are longer in duration, like longer vowels. We kind of last longer when we say them, like E. So basically, I can just take forever, like until I'm out of breath when I say the E, oo, A, oo, oo, right? So, and lax vowels, they are less tension and constriction in the vocal tract is shorter in duration. They are all the other vowels. And then we have the schwa. Look at the schwa, it's the upside down E. So this is a reduced vowel. This is the weakest vowel in English and in all other languages. Now, this is a vowel chart. Sorry. This is a vowel chart, and this chart has the vowels of all languages. Now let's try to say this. Look, so this is E in English, right? So it's front and high. The mouth is kind of closed because like E, the mouth is not open. But if you look at this one, this is a vowel that is front, but it's round, like E, E, like this. It exists in French and in Turkish language. Like, for example, look at this one. This is in Japanese. This is like ooh, but the lips are not rounded like that. So, of course, we need to listen to these vowels. We need to train ourselves on how to say them, although it's hard because they're not like consonants. So, yeah, again, these are the vowels of all the languages around the world. Diphthongs are another set of another kind of vowel sounds that are made up of two combined sounds, like a, e. So this is I sound as in fight, o, e as in oi as in boy, and a, u. We say it as ow as in house. So these are the only three diphthongs in the English language. Vowels made up of one sound are called monophthongs. So diphthongs, vowels that are made up of two vowel sounds. Monophthongs, they are made up of one sound. So this is a practice. Maybe we can do it later. For now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you will just benefit a lot from it, and you will learn a lot about vowels. And hopefully, after I finish the videos about phonetics, I will be talking about two important websites. They are important to every phonetician, everyone who's interested in phonetics and phonology. You will make use of these websites that I will be talking about in my next video. I'll see you guys in another video, and I really hope that you will benefit a lot from all the videos I'm posting and all of that. If you have any questions, leave it in a comment, and I'll be replying to you as fast as possible. Thank you.